Hello, welcome to a special Clippers and Tippers brought to you by Tyrepower. No Maury today, didn't make the trip to Brisbane because we're with Kelly Schweida, the champion trainer here in Brisbane at Eagle Farm. I've tried my very best, but it hasn't gone to plan, Cal.
Oh,
Do you want to keep going?
No more, Gareth.
You won't have any hair left, Cal. Hey, mate, I apologise for that, but thanks for joining us on Clippers and Tippers. What a beautiful stable you have here at Eagle Farm.
Yeah, they're very nice, and it's a beautiful day.
Yeah, and how long have you been here at Eagle Farm?
Probably been here about 4 or 5 years at Eagle Farm on course, and I've been in Brisbane since 1994, and before that North Queensland.
I won't ever do your hair again, but how often do you go to the barber?
No more.
Have you got a good barber?
Yeah,
you might need a
my wife.
She'll be dirty on me anyway. You're one of the great punting stables. Do you enjoy punt?
Yeah,
Still?
I do. I think anybody can train a winner. It's knowing when they can win. I find the hard part, So you do get a buzz out of it. I remember Better Than Ready, his first start in the race, he was $21 to 6 to 4, and Stephen Hewlett was ringing. I knew what he was wanting to know, but I get a buzz out of it. It's hard to come off now. It's getting harder with all the videos for trials and jump outs. You've got to speak to managers to get a good jockey. Yeah. You've got to have the right barrier. The blood's got to be right, and the horse has to have ability. But I do get a buzz when it comes off. It doesn't come off that very often. But when it does, it's sort of a sense of achievement. As I say, training winners is easy. It's just knowing when they can win's a hard part.
We're just walking along with Kelly Schweida and we just ran into this horse. He's grafted burners. He's going around the JJ Atkins. He's a colt. I reckon you'll get the job done tomorrow, mate. What do you reckon, Cal?
Look, it's the best he's looked, muscle-wise, muscle tone. He's just got to tick the mile box, you don't know until you try him, but he's in really good order.
But when you're having a bet, who do you want on riding your horse?
Look, I used to love Michael Pelling on, or Glenn Collis, Shane Scriven.
Yeah.
Shane Scriven. I said to him one day, look, Shane, I said, we've had something on this, get the money. He even stole the jockey's whip. He did. And he got 6 months.
That.
Yeah, that was my horse. I said to him, you might have gone a little bit overboard there. But
he got the job done.
Yeah, I said to him, I'll help with the fine. He said, it might be 10,000. I said, I'd help. But Scrivo was good when the money was on. Pelling, Mickey Dipman, Jimmy Orman, all them good jockeys.
Did you want to go to war with Scrivo then?
Yeah, dear. And if he didn't give the whip back, he would have got away with it. It was unbelievable.
What was your response when he came back in?
Well, I didn't know.
Oh, okay.
I didn't know. It was sort of, he did it that well. He dropped his whip and then stole the other one. As I say, if he didn't give it back, no one would have seen it. No. It was beautiful. I didn't know until later on when they disqualified my horse.
Did you get the cash?
No. They didn't give us nothing.
What's your favourite punting story?
Look, I think Better Than Ready.
Tell us that story.
Yeah, look, there was a lot that sort of knew about him. Rick McMahon used to ride him, and look, he could run. He could really run, and give him trials, jump outs. As I say, he went up $21 on the Wednesday, and come Saturday he was $2.50 in an open 3-year-old race, and sure enough jumped out of the barriers, stood on his shoe and lost half his foot, and still won easy. So it was really, it was well done. There was another one called Miss Hipster where he got a fair bit of money out at one day. I think Larry Cassidy rode it. It was good odds. We'll try. It's very hard to hide anything in trials and jump out. There's people writing down their brands, and they can look up the horses. So, as I say, it's very hard to come off nowadays.
Do you get more of a thrill pulling off a plunge like Better Than Ready or winning a Group 1?
Look, Group 1s are our gold medals. Yeah. And I haven't won many. I've won a couple of them, but Probably the Group 1, but very satisfied.
Yes.
Very satisfied if a plonk comes off, because they're so hard to get everything to go right on the day. You know, you might have 5 boxes you've got to tick.
Yeah.
And they're all got to be ticked. If there's one, a bad barrier, and you say, oh, it might get in, no such thing.
So you wash your gallops here?
No, I normally go up there.
Okay,
Because this screen blocks me.
Yeah.
That's the only trouble with the screen. But there's, you got a coarse proper, you got an A grass, you got American dirt, you got a sand, and then you got a B grass.
So you don't have to put up with, like say Flemington, you go to the hut, you got to put up with Wayne Hawkes and Nick Ryan and all that while you're trying to
I'd handle them all.
Yeah. This is Clippers and Tippers, brought to you by Tyrepower. It's all about finding a few winners as well. You've got one for us that you don't train that you found at Eagle Farm tomorrow.
I thought Snowden's horse is quietly
arrogant.
Quietly arrogant.
Yep.
I thought, doing the form, I thought it could win.
All right, then I'm going to go the last. It'll be short. We've got to get back on the ball. Well done to the Magic Man Miles Fitzter. He got a winner about $8 last week. Stokesy's horse in the last at Eagle Farm. So well done to Milo. So I've got a little bit of ground to make up on my guess. Faulkner Park, short but sweet, should be winning the Q22, Cal.
Yep.
Geez, it's been a pleasure, mate. You're a bloody legend.
Thank you.
One of the great men of Queensland racing, Australian racing. Go and get that Group 1 tomorrow, mate.
Thank you.
And keep on punting.
Righto.
There we go. Kelly Schweida. That is Clippers and Tippers, brought to you by Tyrepower.